Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing wonderfully well. It's mid-December 2024 and it's a very exciting time to be alive because we've just had a new map released to public in DCS. It's the Iraq map. We're going to give an overview of the map, then we're going to look into the details, and then we're going to go and fly over the various cities and airports. So, first, geography. I've shown the Iraqi border in red, up here, all the way down here. For reference, this is Syria. This is Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, Iran, and the Persian Gulf here. So first, we need to explain how the map is going to be released. Like the Afghanistan map, it's going to be released in high fidelity in several sectors. The North sector and the South sector. The North sector I very roughly shown in this dotted blue line here. The South sector in this yellow line here. Note how it goes all the way down to Bahrain and Qatar. At this time, only the North sector is in high fidelity, which means as well as the topography, it also has the towns modelled, the houses, the roads, the infrastructures, and the bases. The South sector has the topography, but nothing else. There are currently two ways of buying the map. You can either buy the entire Iraq map now, like I've done. If you do that, at this point, you'll get all of the topography shown here, but only the north part is modelled in high fidelity, where, again, you get all those details. So you can fly anywhere, but only in the north sector is highly modelled. When the south sector comes out in the future, then that will be added for free, and you will get that. Or you can just buy the north sector now at a reduced cost. If you did that, you would actually get exactly the same at the moment. The entire topography, but again, obviously only the blue sector is going to be highly modelled. When the south sector is released, you would then have to buy that separately if you wished. So, two different ways of buying. Today, obviously, we're just going to focus on the north sector and explore it. First, a bit of overview. The north sector is about 530 miles east to west and 330 miles north to south. Included are various cities, towns and villages, roads, infrastructure, and of course bases. 13 bases are included at release. Let's have a quick look at them before we start today's mission. So we start here, Asad Airbase. Then we have, and I'm going to pronounce these really interestingly, Al Taqadum Airport. So although it's an airport, it looks very military to me, so maybe it's half military, half civilian, but let me know. Next, we go into Baghdad. We have Baghdad International here, a huge international airport. Then to the east, the other side of the city, we have Al Salam Air Base. So that's presumably an Air Force base right in the middle of the city. Then if we go north to the north part of the city, and it's a massive city, we have a very small airport, Al Taji Airport. Then, if we go further north, we can see we have Balad Air Base here, so a military air base. Lots of air bases in a very small area, and I presume these date back to the kind of 1980s Iran-Iraq war, but let me know, that's just a guess. Note how, like the Afghanistan map, or like Afghanistan should I say, most of the urban is centered around the rivers. If you go out into the deserts, then there's almost no urban there. Then further north, where do we go next? Al Sahar Airport, so an airport for this part of urban. Although that said, although it's an airport, it does look very military again. Then we go north to Kirkuk city, and we have the international airport there. Then just north we have K1 base. I don't know what K1 base is. It's almost certainly military, but it's very small. Maybe a helicopter base. We'll see. Then, if we go here, we have Kayara Airfield West. You can see it's also surrounded by some infrastructure, possibly walls. We'll see when we get there. Then, if we follow the rivers up, we have Mosul here, a large city, obviously. Then to the east, we have Erbil and Erbil International Airport there. Baghdah Airport we have here. And I think final and number 13 is the mountains here. Wow, I've got no chance at this. Suleimania. We're going to start our mission today here at Al-Asad Airbase. We're going to take off in F-16s and we're going to fly to this airbase here, flying over Ramadi here. We're going to pass over Al-Takudum Airport here and land at Baghdad International Airport. At that point, we're going to transfer to helicopters because it's easier to see the city in more detail via helicopters. Choose a helicopter and just fly around the city and see what we can find. Then we're going to get back on our F-16s and we're going to fly to Al Salam Airbase here, touch and go or just fly past. Then we're going to fly up to Bakuba here. Then vector over to Balad Airbase here, fly along the river and the urban sprawl. Then we're going to land, no we're not, we're going to pass Al Sarrah base here, have a little look round here. Then we're going to fly on our F-16 to Kirkuk here and land at Kirkuk International. At that point I figured we stop off again in our helicopters and have a good look around this place with our helicopters. Back on our F-16s, guys, we're going to follow our third route to Erbil International there and have a good scope around Erbil. Then to our final destination, the place I can't pronounce, have a look around here in the mountains and land here, guys. Welcome in, viewers. Today's humans are Poosh, Grump, myself, and Cannibal. Hello, boys.
Hello.
Ahoy.
We are starting at Al-Asad base here, guys. Before we take off, after the second Gulf War, my understanding is that bases like this, Americans would have operated from them, drones and stuff like that. Have I got that right?
Yep, that's correct.
Poosh, or whoever's the leader, please find a runway somewhere and take off and follow the route. And the route we can see here, purple route first, viewers. Yeah, first thing I've noticed so far is that the concrete is very brown, so it's actually really hard to see the concrete.
You work with the materials you've got. Also, these airfields are pretty old too.
Hold on a second, I need to rebind something.
While we're waiting, viewers, I will show, this is actually my first time on the map. We've literally just downloaded it and jumped in, probably the same with the boys as well. I'll show my frames per second up here, it might be useful to you viewers, and I will show what my system is on the screen here, and I'll show my graphic settings as well.
I'm sitting at I'm actually peaked out at 80 FPS right now, so that's actually not bad.
Yeah, but saying that, we are in the middle of nowhere, so that's probably going to change. Alright, Poosh, when you're ready, punch it, sir.
Punching it.
Guys, once we're airborne, feel free to fly around and look at stuff, but stay on track, please, so we will reach the airbase destination at the same time. Right, viewers, here I give you Al-Asad Airbase. Does anyone know what time period this is modelled on? I'm guessing in modernity, but I don't know.
Most likely.
Seems like it.
Alright guys, we'll try different cruise altitudes for different legs. Do you want to try high first of all, or medium? Should we say 15,000 just to get a good overview?
Okay.
I think we're pretty much just following this river to the east. It is very much unpopulated, but I guess that's how it is. You just have popular. Wow, the base is really hard to see. Look at that. The colours make it really hard to see. Jeez, look at that massive water mass. Now, what lake is that, you ask? It is Oh, it doesn't have a name. Viewers, what is that lake, please? And how big is it? 40 miles. Right, the first proper town we're going to hit is Ramadi. Anyone know anything about Ramadi? Or, in fact, any of these towns, but especially Ramadi?
Especially Ramadi, yes. At least to my knowledge, it's been sieged at least 3 times in the last, 20 years? Yep, there was the first time when the U.S. came through during the invasion of Iraq in 2003, I believe it was. There's been a lot of firefights in Ramadi. We liberated that town. And then the next time was actually ISIS rolled through. Oh, actually, I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if I'll demonetize your video, but it was the terrorist organization that was rolling through at the time. So I was part of that operation, overwatching that happen as it happened. We had to watch the Iraqi forces at that time retreat through Ramadi, and ISIS had taken over. And then a couple of years later, I want to say it was 2017. Don't quote me on the years, I don't quite remember, but that was when the coalition forces came through and liberated it for a second time.
I'm so glad you're here, Grump. Otherwise, we would have 0 talking points. It would just me be blabbering about stuff I don't know.
Used to dig tunnels under the ground, and they'd have every so often they'd have a vertical shaft that would go up so that they could access the tunnels.
Well, I thought that was an Afghanistan thing.
I think it's a Middle East thing.
Could very much be. I just remember that being more prominent in Afghanistan. Yeah, there's quite a historical prominence to the river that we're following here. This is actually the Euphrates River.
Oh, right.
And once we get to Baghdad, we'll find the Tigris River. And anybody who knows anything about world geography and world history will know that this is a very ancient site. Between these 2 rivers is a region known as Mesopotamia. Great cradles of life in early humanity.
Wow.
So that's where you're just going to see a lot of agricultural prominence and see a lot of historical growth along these 2 rivers, and the area in between those. There was a lot of irrigation that went through, a lot of farming. It was a lot of fertile soil for a place that's in the middle of the desert.
It just appeared that Super Grump is on form today, viewers. Amazing. All right. Right, well, there you go. Cradle of life, viewers. And there's a big ditch. That must be an irrigation ditch, viewers. Look at that. It's straight as a friggin', I don't know, something. And it's full of water. Well, there you go.
Yep.
Now, I wonder if these... Here's an interesting question that no one will know. I wonder if these are natural lakes, or I wonder if they've been created.
I think they're reservoirs.
Yeah. That's literally what I meant to say. Yeah, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. Reservoirs. Is reservoir a man-made lake? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yes.
Are we flying over the first airport? Right.
Yeah,
we are.
Yes, okay. So this was an Air Force one by the looks of it.
Yep, most of these were Air Force bases created by Saddam Hussein. He liked to have a lot of Air Force bases around. Yep.
They did. These guys had blast. Now I forget the facts now, but in the 90s I think they had the world's 3rd largest Air Force, something like that. It was very powerful.
Yep.
Didn't do very well.
Yeah, I think that's when kind of the world was starting to see that the American might was quite mighty.
Yeah.
Is reducing the 3rd largest Air Force down to nothing
in days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was impressively done.
So actually, now that I think about it, a lot of these airfields, I wonder if they have them modeled here. You would see a bunch of old Soviet MiGs that would actually be buried or partially buried near these air bases, or it'll just look like a junkyard of old MiGs. And part of that was actually one of the tactics of Saddam whenever the Americans were coming through was actually to bury his air force so that we couldn't find it and destroy it.
Another thing they did that I was interested to read about was that a lot of Iran's air force now, well probably not now, they probably don't work anymore, but officially a lot of Iran's air force is made up of Saddam's jets that escaped. They fled, obviously, when they realised the Americans were obviously going to win. They fled like 100 or 200 MiGs and Sukhois, landed in Iran, and Iran, took them as theirs. Right, I'm coming, guys. I may have got a little bit lost, but I think we're going to... You know what I've learned about these countries in the Middle East? Just follow the rivers and you'll see everything, basically, because everything is along a river. It reminds me very, very, very much of the flat parts of the Afghanistan map, which makes complete sense, right? Because... Does it make sense? How close is it? It's not neighbouring. It doesn't neighbour Afghanistan. No, it's not, is it? In fact, it's not actually that close.
You've got Iran that separates Iraq and Afghanistan.
Roger.
I believe there's some biblical importance to this area as well, considering how ancient it is.
I should probably know that, but I don't.
So, have you heard of the Tower of Babel?
Yeah, no. Babel. Oh, I know a song about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't quote me because I'm not very religious, but I have heard of mythical things such as the Tower of Babel. In ancient times, that was supposed to be the world's tallest structure or building at that point that was supposed to reach into the heavens. In reality, it wasn't really that tall, but that's a place that actually exists within Iraq. It should be to the south of us, actually.
The area where Abraham came out of to go to Israel.
Again, I can barely see that air. We're going to have trouble bombing these, aren't we? And demonetized. Because look, it's basically just the same colour as the background. Which I suppose is how it is, because they've presumably just done it from photographs and satellite pictures. Well, good news, viewers. 60 FPS still, and it's my first time in this town, so that's good. I'm a little bit disappointed. Where's all the Empire State Buildings and all the 1,000-foot towers?
That's not Iraq.
It appears it's
You're going to see a lot more geographically.
Right, anyway, it's time for a super cap landing. Freaking... Get out the way! Get out the way! Full Milsim circuit coming right up. This is the International, isn't it? Where's all the buildings? Oh, they're over there. Yes, there they are.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
Welcome to the desert.
To the desert. I am a desert. Luxury apartments over there, viewers. If you're into luxury apartments. Sure I was. Right. Perfect Milsim touchdown, I think you'll agree, viewing to Woongtons. I'm going to get my bot into a helicopter. Catch me if you dare. Chosen a Gazelle, viewers. Whoa! A thing happened. Because it has excellent visibility. Although it may be a little bit spinny and probably a terrible idea. Head 060 or thereabouts, guys. Let's go and get down and dirty and see what it looks like. Yeah, a little bit disappointed, not in the game, but in Iraq for making debatably the world's ugliest capital city. It's all very boxy, Grump.
Yeah, not very much to it, huh?
Does anyone know the population of Baghdad? I'm guessing, I'm going to say 10 million.
10 million. Let me look that up for you.
You do that.
Population, oh, actually you're not far off. It's right now 7.9 million.
Oh, not bad. Not bad. Alright. Looks like I'm going down the main straight here, viewers. Got my protective Huey with me. Oh, I've seen a tower. I recognise that from the old, 1991 footage. The big, the round thing that got hit. I'm coming, the round thing. Grump, I've decided I don't want to move to Baghdad.
No, there's a popular song called Bombs Over Baghdad. That's, demonetized again.
I'm demonetized again. Yeah. There's a bunch of sort of skyscrapers there, but they're a bit uggers. Hey, I may have to try flying through them. Cannonball, we're going this way. I want to see if we can fly through these because they're really tightly packed. It's very odd design.
Council housing.
I'm going to have all of my towers in one tiny footprint.
Those cross sabers are just to the southeast.
All the cross sabers, southeast. Can you mark them on the map, Poosh, and we'll see them on the way back? I just want to go and see the Uggers buildings. Well, you know what would work well here, Grump? Solar panels.
Yeah, you wouldn't be too far off. There's a lot of people use solar panels as single use, or those small single panels. They'll use those. No,
it's one big building. It can't be one big building. I don't get it. That must be an accident. They can't have built like that. Look how close they are. You'd literally be staring into your neighbour's window. Huh. Ladies and gentlemen, the worst architect in the world. Oh, it might spell something. It makes a funny shape, look.
Oh, in we go.
In we go.
Oops,
Oops, how embarrassing for you, Huey pilots.
Oops. Helicopter blades came off, I think. Oh, yep, there they go.
That's because... Oh, you went through, did you?
Yes, I did.
I decided not to go through in the end. Well, there you go, viewers. Whatever the heck that is all about. Someone's just caught me up. Right, I want to go. I'm going to go and look at the round spinny building. Uh-oh, VRS. Uh-oh, VRS. Oh, no. There we go. We're good.
Now, heading into downtown, we should definitely start seeing some of Saddam's palaces.
Hey, I made a smoke fire so the city looks more realistic.
Thank you. Lots of demonetization potential for this one.
Wait, we're not in Mosul yet.
Well, there it is, viewers. The one bit of architecture that looks different. That tower, whatever it is, friggin' Radio Baghdad Tower. Here's a question for you, Grump. I remember not in 1991 particularly, but in the Gulf War II attack, I remember there being a huge bombardment of Baghdad. Buildings were being hit all over the place, presumably, military targets and whatnot, at the very beginning of the conflict. But how did they know where to hit? Was it spies or satellites?
Target packages.
Target packages. I love a target
Yep,
package.
that's something that coalition forces maintain all the time.
Roger. So
even during peacetime, we know where to strike.
Right. So you already knew where your targets were going to be.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, those swords should be right in front of you somewhere.
Oh right. All right, Poosh. I'm looking for the swords. Yes, I think I remember the swords. Oh, visual. Okay, there's the swords, viewers. Well, I'm going to be honest. It's not the architectural wonder that I was hoping for. I'm flying under the swords.
We all have to do it.
Yeah, it's not the architectural wonder I was hoping for, but here's what it is, and it's 60 FPS. Oh, I've gone down to 46. Oh dear, the swords. Too many polygons for you.
I do know one thing. They were strictly off limits for attack in Desert Storm.
Roger. Oh, how embarrassing for you. That's okay, we're getting back on our F-16 shortly. I get the feeling there's no other fancy buildings to see, or nothing obvious.
Saddam's palaces, if you can find them.
Oh, does anyone know where the palaces are, guys?
They should be along the Tigris.
Chances of me, I believe I'm at the Tigris now, but the chances of me finding the palaces. I'll quickly go up and see if anything obvious springs to mind.
So that smoke is where the swords are?
Yep.
Grump was just being helpful. Now this is a bit disappointing, viewers. My FPS is down to 20. Now this is very unusual for a new DCS map to get this slow and chuggy. I don't see any obvious reason for it. It's not like...
Yeah, I'm about in that same...
yeah, so that's a shame. But, we just show what we see, viewers. We're not here to script stuff for you. That's not our job. So 20 FPS it is.
What's the key code for that?
Right control and pause is what I click on mine. I'm on the Tigris now. Nothing that looks like a palace. It all looks like ugly warehousing everywhere. I am ugly warehousing.
I'm trying to remember. I want to say he had like 7 palaces.
Wow.
At least.
You spend some money on some nicer housing for people.
Yeah, that's what dictators do.
There's like 2 sets of the swords.
There are.
Yes,
I only thought there were 1, and then today I realized there's 2.
18 FPS, oh dear. Right. Yeah, 2. Alright, I don't think we're going to find much of interest here. I just got a feeling there's not much here apart from all these kind of houses. Should we jump back on our F-16s and go to the next city, guys? Alright.
Yeah.
Viewers, I'm going to do a milsim landing, and then we'll go and cruise along to the next town. Well, there's Baghdad. 7.6 million people. Cross swords. And some fires.
Established, according to the wiki, established on my birthday in 762 AD.
That was a good year for me.
You're old, Grump.
You are very old, aren't you? Right, guys, we're going to green. Go to green.
Just
F-16.
wait until we get to Erbil.
My cat loves watching DCS.
Your cat?
Meow.
My cat hates DCS, but he loves trying to sneak. He's learned to jimmy the door open in my office to come in and do a massive smelly poo. And he makes it extra diarrhea and horrible. And he does it on purpose. She does it on purpose. Naughty cat. Naughty cat.
It's in front of us. We'll want to take a right, and then that'll take us over to 15 right.
Beautiful. Boss.
Wow, there are 15 runways here.
15 runways, how about that? I can't wait to get 500 knots again, guys. I feel like we're just going too slow, generally, at the moment. I want to get 500 friggin' knots.
Yeah, agreed.
See the world.
I just lagged out.
Embarrassing for you, Boosh.
I'm back.
You are back. Let's go. Alright guys, it was pretty much 090 I believe. Ooh, a bit of wake there.
What altitude?
At ease, whatever you fancy guys. I might go 500 feet and have a look around. Low altitude. Right, we're going to zoom over Baghdad and we're going to go find, what was it called? Al Salam. I'm all about Al Salam guys. 080. Awesome, there's a rotten egg. Bit of road there. That's cool. Oh, found it. It looks just like the others. You can barely see it. You know what? Their pilots must have really... Oh, you found the MiGs?
No, I was going to say spot the MiGs. I don't know if they actually have it modeled here, though. That'd be funny.
It would be funny, wouldn't it, bro? We could bomb their MiGs. Alright.
You have to get some ground penetrators because they're buried halfway in the desert.
Yes. Alright, there's that place, viewers. Right, we're on to our next doodah woodah, which is north. Oil. Your oil are too rich. Ah, they don't blow up. Not with the guns, anyway. Right, north you said. North you said, guys. This way. Trains.
Next destination is Balad.
Yes, and I'm gonna go via I'm gonna go via another town.
Okay.
Ooh, you're doing a bit of Canadian there.
Oh, don't you know, bud?
Meow.
Bunch of hosers out there, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you know about bacon? Yep, most of Central and South Iraq is just nothing but flatlands. You gotta go up north.
Oh, we will, Grump. We will.
Start getting up into the Kurdistan region.
I don't know what that is, but it's got demonetization written all over it, Grump. Where are
Kurdistan?
we? Yes.
Yeah, it's most of the northern region. The Kurds own most of that area. Pretty densely populated.
Yeah, they really pack them in, don't they, Grump? How many humans?
They kind of have to.
That is really is packed in, viewers. This is the town of, I can never pronounce this, Bakuba. I'm in Bakuba. And I have a crane to pack some more houses in. If you want to...
Yep, just a whole bunch of residences and stuff here. Really packed in.
I don't want to live there.
They really love their neighbors.
Right. Wow, look at that. That's a lot of polygons, viewers.
How's your frame rates, Cap?
60. 60
Yeah.
best T. Alright, there you go. There's that place. Right, on to our next guy. This is a big leg, so I think I'm going to go high. I haven't been high yet. Got enough fuel. I'll see you guys in hell at Mark 2, probably. Bullet. I'm a bullet.
Drop to space.
Front to space indeed. Isn't it weird to think, I still get freaked out by thinking that a plane like this can go almost as fast as a rifle bullet. Not quite, but you're faster than a pistol bullet. Our viewers, we're going to get our first view of Iraq from space, and this is probably the right plane to do it. Oh, I've completely forgot about the base. Well, we're going to see this base from high up. Because I'm so high.
That's Balad.
That one's a bit easier to see. It's got like, oh, it's got a wall around it. It's got a moat. I will build a moat around my base.
This was one of the earlier air bases that we used in the 2010s-ish for what do we want to call it? UAVs, I guess.
Yeah.
They call it all sorts of things now. RPAs, UASs, whatever you want to call it.
Americans and your freaking acronyms.
I know, right?
There you go. That base. Very nice. Right. 30,000 feet, and it is looking kind of sexy. I can even seen a hill.
It do be like that sometimes.
It's looking very realistic, this game now, isn't it? Look at that. That could be a photo, viewers. Ooh, apart from all the spots. You have too many spots. Stop farming in spots. Farm squares. I think that's that big lake we saw before. It is that big lake we saw before. We're now on the other side of it, guys. 40,000 feet. Mark 1.6. Why does everything always turn into a race? Everything we always do turns into a race, guys. What's the matter with us? We have child's brain. You've got child's brain. Right, 40,000 feet. Iraq at 40,000 feet, viewers. And I'm going higher.
Finally getting a little bit of geography off to the right.
Roger, you can see further than me, obviously. Yes, I see a ridge. I see a ridge.
Yeah.
Fuel has just become a problem. How did that happen? Right, we've got a long way to go, you know what? So I'm actually coming off the burner. That's a shame, but it is what it is. Off burner. Autopilot on. I'm just going to enjoy the view. It's 40 nautical miles there, viewers. You wouldn't think that. From there to there. 40 miles. Right, where are we? Can anyone remember what's at the end of this steer point? Oh yes, there's a
coming up on the creek.
We've got undulations. We've got undulations. I'm going to undulate your face.
I don't even know what that means.
No, I guess none of us really do. Right, let's have a look. So this is Al Sarrah.
So this is Saddam Hussein's hometown.
Oh.
Ah, that's what I thought.
Was it
I've heard this name a couple of times. I just don't remember any sort of operations in it.
Just capturing him.
Town looks very large.
Oh, is that where?
He was
okay.
In his hole.
Yeah.
In his hole, yep.
I'm going to hide in a hole. Life has taught us one thing. It's a bad idea to hide in holes, guys.
Like a coward.
Like a coward. Where you just go out friggin' blasting like Super Cap does. Where is the base? I mean, that's it. These bases are really hard to spot. I mean, it kind of makes sense. You don't really want it to be pink. If I designed a base, it would be pink. Wow, that really is hard to spot, isn't it? So again, right,
I'm flying right over it. Oh yeah, it looks like a giant square. Look at that.
Yes, isn't it? I'm going to make my thing out of Lego a perfect square. I want to see if it's got a wall around it. It does not. It just has lots of fences. Fences. I am a fence. I'm offence. Friggin' giant base. How big is it? Let me go measure it. Like I'm going to measure your face, Grump. Get me some proper data. Okay, it's about 4 statute miles by 4 statute miles. Yes, and we're coming into some mountains, viewers! I am a mountain! A mountain of a man. Right, I'm turning on to next steer point, by the way.
You can definitely see it when you're down at a couple thousand feet.
Yep. I can see it up
Look at all these. Look at all these crop circles.
Yes, they really like their crop circles, don't they, Grump? Look at that.
One of the many innovations of Western civilization making its way over to Iraq.
Crop circle?
This would be, this would be center pivot irrigation, is what they call that.
Center pivot irrigation. Ooh, very
It's
technical.
just a giant arm that rotates in a circle and has all sorts of spray nozzles along it.
Sounds efficient.
Yep, that's how you get all these crop circles. You see them a lot in the United States, that's for sure.
Right, next stop, Kirkuk. Never even heard of this place. What do we know about Kirkuk, guys? Anything?
Kirkuk?
One of the main cities for the Kurds, I think. That and Erbil.
Yeah, Erbil is going to be. Yeah, Erbil is known as the capital of Kurdistan.
Huh. So
It's also a very, very, very old city.
So what is Kurdistan? I don't get it. We're in Iraq, so why is people saying Kurdistan?
It's a I'm not sure if it's an ethnicity, but it's basically the people of North Iraq.
Right.
Which breakaway province.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's
It
not
isn't.
official.
No, it's an ethnicity.
Yeah, they're an ethnic minority that were being repressed under the Saddam regime, and so when he lost power and things kind of fell apart, they made their own state.
Yep. The unfortunate thing is they're still being repressed by you wouldn't even guess it.
Turkey?
Yes.
Huh. Why is everyone repressing them? Stop repressing my people.
It's a good question. A lot of these are usually territorial disputes, as far as I'm understanding it.
Hello, town. We have come to liberate you from your oppressors, Mr. Erdogan.
Let's see. Does it go this far south? I guess so. Oh, yeah, no, never mind. We are in North Iraq already. Damn.
Speaking of Turkey, the highlight of my life now is I go to, you'll probably know this, Grump, in fact all of you know it, I go to baby parties, so I take my baby to other babies' parties. And I went to a Turkish party, because the baby was Turkish. It was very nice, third birthday party, and they cooked loads of Turkish food, which was like the nicest thing ever.
Did they have Turkish delight?
No, I don't think so. It was all not sweet stuff, it was normal stuff, but it was like super mega hyper. If I could have that now, man, I would just go friggin' nuts on it. Wow.
What was that again?
Roundabout. Railways. Oh, it's
Great
another
big traffic circle.
It's another packed one. It's another packed one, Grump. Your favourite type.
Oh, yeah.
How many houses can I fit in one block, please? All the houses.
How many houses do you want? Yes.
Yes.
Well, I think they want to maximize the amount of agricultural
there you
land they
go.
have available.
Look at,
Oh, yeah.
Look at not Grump, Poosh making sense of it all, as usual.
Well, I gotta survive somehow, right?
And the base is just as hidden as normal. We can barely see it. Hello, base.
It's actually got a whole bunch of words.
Words are hard, Grump, and you know that.
They very much are, especially when it's this early in the morning. Bunch of flora there though, on the actual base.
I'm a lot of polygons. Most polygons so far. So I wonder why this is 60
good,
FPS.
though.
I wonder why this is 60 FPS, but the Baghdad went down to 20. It's weird, isn't it?
Probably a lot of custom. This is all cookie cutter stuff, so it's easy to. Yeah, they probably share a lot of the same textures, and that's why there's a lot of multiple textures over in Baghdad. So it's probably eating up a lot of your video cache.
Roger. I believe that's what I said. All right. Now I've seen this town, I don't actually want to explore it, but we best do it. So land as quick as you can. Get a jelly popper. Sewage works. My favourite of all the architecture. Right, Milsim Landing again, viewers, because that's just who we are. And you know that. And Puffy, you know that.
Warning.
Right. Bang on. Right where a real pilot would land, viewers. Right there. Right there. Missile. Just beautiful. Right, guys, let's go east. Go east, where the skies are grey. Name that band. None of you know. Wilmingtons, this is going to be the worst town explorer in the world because it looks like a very boring town. But this is where I put the freaking... Hello. This is where I put the freaking helicopters. Your landing was not as milsim as mine.
No, not even close. It's been a while though. I've been moving and doing other sorts of stuff.
You have been doing live... I'm moving house. I ran out of money, so I can move in with my mother-in-law. Yay!
Ooh.
Super cat. I'm just in the same position as you, basically, Grump.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
You got an extra room?
You know what really impresses the girlies? Running out of money and living with your mother-in-law. Well, no, officially, this is the most boring town in the world. Actually,
They have cranes.
I mean, they're
Yep, they've got cranes.
They were nice houses. I'm not saying they're not nice houses. They're just very packed together. Also, I don't see any solar panels, so Greta Thunberg won't be happy. Those are, oh, they got pickups.
No offense, but I don't think this part of the world even knows who Greta Thunberg is, nor do they care.
You're funny.
She is woman.
You're funny. So many things we can't say. So many things will get us demonetized. Right, since this is the most boring town in the world, I'm going to land at this water town. That is all. I'm going to show you possibly the most skilled helicopter pilot that ever will live.
I'd be interested to see how much they've modeled Erbil.
Well, we'll find out in a minute. Fantastic. Helicopters are hard. Why don't they make them easier to fly?
I know, right?
Just put a big steering wheel on it and then just turn it like a car.
With a big old horn in the middle.
Big old friggin' horn.
Beep, beep.
Mr. Horny, you got girlfriend in... Where the hell are we? Someplace? Iraq? Not right this minute! Well,
Can you imagine putting horns on these helicopters? Yeah, what would they sound like?
Bring sexy horns is what they sound like. I'm not a patient.
I'd imagine a big old train horn for a Chinook.
Yeah. Friggin'. Yes!
Am I even flying the right way?
I'm possibly the best person in the world at DCS. No, because my pilot's dead. Why did I die?
Huh?
That is going to hurt. Oh, I did! I burnt the water.
Knocked it down pretty well.
I did. I knocked the water tower down. Oh, I'm the best person. All right, I don't want to explore the town anymore because the town is rubbish. Let's go to a new... Didn't really like that town. We're going to go to Erbil, which Grump loves. And then we're going to go to this place here, in the Montagne. Alright, come on, you nerds. Yes, I said it, nerds. If you play this video game, you are by default a nerd.
Nerd. Trying to blow the fire out.
Right, well, we're going without you, Poosh. Come on, guys. Alright, oh my god, a sign. Oh my god. Oh, it's terrible. Always terrible. Right, I'm going to lead the way this time, guys. I'm taking freaking charge.
Drift it, drift it, drift it.
And J-turn, 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 J-turn. Ah, I've got ABS on. Stupid plane. Right, vector is... Oh, my steer points don't look right. They look funny. Your face looks funny.
Oh, thank you.
It's nice to have Grumptastic back, isn't it, viewers? He's been out for ages doing life stuff. You know that stuff?
A lot of not fun stuff.
Right, Grump, we are going to break. Erbil. So tell us about Erbil.
Woo! So yeah, as I mentioned, it is the capital of the Kurdistan region. Let me tell you how ancient this place is. So I have actually seen what downtown Erbil looks like. I'm really curious to see how they have that modeled in the game because the city is from 5th century BC.
Damn. What?
And the center of the city is that old.
That's 2,500 years. Wow.
Yep. It's so the center of the city is about 2,500 years old.
It's like if you look on the map,
and you can see the
tree. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
wow.
it'll look like a giant circle.
I see
and
it.
in the center will be basically kind of like an old age fortress.
Oh, that's so cool! I can't wait to get there. Afterburners on! Quick!
Yep. Let's go.
Jerry cans. Let's. Yes, come on, Grump. Woof! Everything must be done at light speed.
Why do we take off 40 miles away? Why couldn't we just be there?
Because Supercap, I believe, is the answer to all of those questions. Now, here's an interesting thing, viewers. If you see these big I don't know what to call them, ridges, swathes? I don't know, those things there. What earthly phenomenon created that? Because you don't see that. That doesn't look geological. It looks, I don't know.
Plate tectonics.
Yeah, you see those in the western United States.
Sure
It's earthquake.
It's an earth.
It's definitely plate tectonics. I think a lot of this is happening because of the Indian plate pushing up into the Asian. The Eurasian plate?
Grump. You know the real reason. It's global warming.
Yes, probably global warming, and probably.
Well, we can't call it global warming anymore. It has to be climate change.
Yeah, but true, because it certainly made this country a lot colder. I can tell you that.
Well, yeah, and that's why they changed it. It's like, well, if there's such thing as global warming, why is it getting colder? We're gonna call it climate change.
There you go. Well, that man said, mountains on the right, mountains.
Oh, they're
100%
beautiful.
mounted. They are nice, aren't they? They are.
Look at all of that erosion. Oh man, that's actually a lot of detail. That's really nice.
I am Jack's erosion. I'm. Oh, that could have gone wrong. I could have gone wrong, Grump.
Oh, we're about to overfly Erbil.
Are you serious?
All right. Yep.
I got so carried
Let's see
away
if we can
now.
find. See if we can find the center here.
All right, let's go.
Up the right.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at it. It's like a concentric ring of. I go to dirty places all the time. What's the matter with my brain? It's supposed to be getting older, isn't it? Just.
And if this was, I feel like if this was on the coastline, this would actually be the closest we get to Babylon.
Closest we get to Babylon. There we go. What that guy said. Look at that.
As a matter of fact, I think that's another thing. I think Babylon was supposed to be in Iraq as well.
So I wonder if the closer you go to the circle, the closer you get to the center, the older it is. Even though that's not obviously not true, but at least the very center is old. We're going in, viewers.
I see it. Yep. They've got the fortress in the center. There's a mountain there.
Wowie! I want to go there now. I said I didn't want to visit Iraq. I lied. Now I want to go.
Well, if you visit, maybe Baghdad, but Erbil.
I don't want to go
really
to
nice.
Baghdad. It looks friggin' minging. I like this place. Apart from that place there. What is that all about? Friggin' sausage factory. Bunch of sausage munching Bosch.
Oh, that makes me so happy that they've got the center fortress.
I'm being happy finally finding happiness. Yeah, it's a nice little fortress. I mean, as far as fortresses go, it's a bit ugly, but everything in this country seems to be a bit ugly. But it's a fortress.
The only thing that's missing is the discoloration.
Oh, I missed
Because the yeah. See if they can make it a little bit oranger. I don't know.
There you go. Maybe
but yeah, that's orange. Yeah. There you go. Because it just comes to show how ancient the center of the city is. You can tell what's the new architecture versus what's been there for 2.5 millennia actually.
Just found some blue houses. I've got to go and have a look. This place thinks it's the friggin' Falklands Islands. Look, I found some blue houses.
Seems like there's
Crazy
more
green
high-rises
too.
here too.
Was that Poosh?
More high-rises than there were in Baghdad.
Yeah, Baghdad's rubbish. This place is friggin'. Let's all go and live in Erbil. We can friggin' talk about the architecture and Babylon or something. Look, it's a very mix. This is wonderful, guys. All right, I like it.
You saw him? You found him?
No, I did not.
Oh.
I just wanted it to be true, like aliens. I just wanted it to be true, Grump.
Oh, can you fly through that sausage factory? It's got like a big tunnel.
Where's the sausage factory? I want to go to the sausage.
It's right next to the fortress. It's this big building with a tube.
Well, there's our next friggin' challenge video, right? Who's going to do it? F-16 probably
probably not.
No, because you got to drive like 100 miles to get back. I'm going to go buy it though. Well, there's your new challenge, viewers. Can you go through the sausage munching Bosch? No, you can't because it's not empty. Damn you. Now, I'm going to guess that's a university. You know what Erbil seems like? Is this, unlike Baghdad, like a modern, like European centre of commerce, and that is a university to educate its young.
Yeah, it looked like it'd be a mall.
That's what I said. A mall.
A center of commerce, is that what you guys call malls?
No, I don't know what we call them. We don't call them anything, I don't think. Arcade,
Supermarket?
maybe? No, not really. Right, well that's Erbil, viewers. I'm happy with it. It's cheered me up a bit, because to be honest, I was getting pretty fed up with every town looking like a bunch of Lego houses. But this, not so much. Look, blue! They've added blue!
I think it's a train station.
Oh, a train station.
Ooh, okay.
Alright.
If you don't mind, Cap, I want to go off to the northwest some and visit Mosul. I've got fond memories there.
We will split. You go that way and let me know you're on there. I'll send myself an autopilot for the other thing, just so we don't.
For the mountains?
I'm going to the mountains. You go that way, yeah.
Big lake to the northwest.
Yep, that's where that dam is at. So that was another point of contention when we were liberating Mosul from ISIS. Is they took control of the dam, and it was it had to be a very delicate situation. Because we couldn't just blow up their forces, right? Because it's a dam. If that dam breaks,
yeah, good.
You have a lot of square miles downstream that would just be washed away, including the city of Mosul.
Yes, that does happen when you blow a dam up.
Yep. But safe to say, the dam did not get blown up, and ISIS is no longer there. So, mission accomplished.
You guys planning your missions carefully and not just blowing S up.
About that.
About that. The rest of history.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really have to worry about the dam blowing and sweeping away Mosul, because Mosul, by the time we got to that point, about 85% of the city had been destroyed.
Found a bigger mountain. I'm in the mountains. A big, sexy mountains.
I feel like I chose the wrong place to go.
Big, sexy mountains. Oh, look at that, viewers. I'm not much of a graphics man, but I like that. That makes me feel like... You know what that makes me feel like? When I used to do Warhammer 40k when I was a young buck, viewers, and I would build terrains on 8x4 pieces of plywood. That is my terrain of my Warhammer 40k. Never actually played the frigging game. Just built the friggin' terrains. Oh, that's nice.
Well, now you know what it's based off of.
It's all big and sexy. All big and sexy. I want to go walking. If I ever walked anymore, which I don't have time for, I would go here. There's a lake. Let's go yachting and boating. I'll switch to Grump Cam in a minute. If I can stop this thing rolling. My joystick's broken, Grump. That's the biggest thing that's happened to me in the last...
Oh, that's
It's really annoying. It makes flying so unbelievably difficult. I can't...
Okay, so we've gotten over to Mosul. So, I mean, there's not really much in the way of, like, notable buildings here. I just know that there is an airfield to the southeast of it. Excuse me, southwest.
Yeah, it's only half modeled.
And yeah, but even on the graphics there, you can see the brakes that they put in the runway. So I don't know if it was ISIS that did that, or if it's just been that way for a while. But they dug up parts of the runway and put trenches and piles of dirt and stuff on it, so it couldn't be used.
But Grump, that would make it harder to land and operate from marginally.
Mm-hmm, that was the point.
Oh, I see. Well, there's Mosul viewers.
They wanted it to not be used.
When did that happen?
Most of the city doesn't really. I mean, I'm sure they started rebuilding from here, but like after the siege of Mosul, there really wasn't much left. Yeah, I've got stories of this place.
I'm not sure I want to live here, Grump.
I mean, I'm sure it's a lot more peaceful here than it was back when ISIS had control, but we're talking about situations where we were blowing up, well, we call them V-beds, vehicle-borne IEDs, and as we were rolling through, there was a large amount of V-beds that ISIS had built, and they're just a bunch of I don't know if you want to say it, suicide bombers, sewer slide bombers, I don't know.
There we go.
Sewer slide, and they would do that a lot. There was just a bunch of atrocities I'm not going to mention here, but it was pretty damn bad.
Roger.
I found the dam.
Don't blow Mosul Dam up, even if the baddies are there. Where is it? I don't see it.
I'm coming up on it. It'll be on my nose.
It looks like dirt.
Yep, it is an earthen dam.
Why is everything brown here?
Well, I mean, when that's the most abundant material you have.
PD wanted to save money by not using colors.
Dam's kind of friggin' rubbish. I want a bigger dam, like the one in Georgia. It's just said it, Georgia.
What did he say? I'll take the Hoover Dam.
I've just found the most alarming thing in the world. I knew something was missing from all these cities, and I thought, what is it? What's missing? None of them have soccer stadiums. What kind of city doesn't have a soccer stadium? Anyone notice that? What do they do with their time?
Most of them are in the dirt, actually. So yeah, you won't see those either because it's colored as dirt. But no, they definitely play soccer. Oh, look at that! Mosul Dam Project. That actually says it on the dam itself. That's funny.
There you go. Don't blow the friggin' dam up.
But there's a process of electricity generation.
Hydroelectricity.
Yeah, but they have like a lower reservoir and a higher reservoir, and what they do is during the daytime when electricity demand is at its peak, it will let gravity do its thing and put all the water through a drain, which goes through a turbine, gives you hydroelectric power, and during the night, when electricity is not used as much, they have pumps that will pump that water back up to the top reservoir. So they use the power that was generated during the day to pump the water back up.
You're just a fountain of knowledge. I'm going to call it the gravity fountain system.
It has a name to it. I don't remember what it was.
Don't they call the upper one a battery?
Weird battery.
That's where you store the energy.
Look at you talk about. I forgot about that. Yeah, there was such thing as the Baghdad battery. It's the allegedly what they think is the oldest known battery was actually in Baghdad.
Oh, what, a battery?
A rudimentary type of. Oh no, like an actual battery, like a energy storing battery.
Roger. I mean, the battery.
It was very rudimentary.
I mean, even like a car battery is really not complex. It's a bunch of plates of lead, not even in a fancy shape, but covered in sulfuric acid. There's nothing there that couldn't have been done, and lead is an element, so it could have been done. Well, like 1,000 years ago. I mean, it wouldn't have.
Let me see if I can find it.
Viewers, I'm at the last town. I forgot what it was called. Oh, I can't pronounce it anyway. That place. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah. So they did call it the Baghdad battery. It was 3 artifacts which were found together: a ceramic pot, a tube of copper, and a rod of iron. They thought they used that together to create electricity.
Yeah. Fair enough. Not sure what they're going to do with it. They probably didn't have much of an electric grid back then. At least not as established.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Now. Look at that, viewers. I've just found the best bit. Finished it off. Started ugly, viewers, and got lovely. Look at that. Mountain range. A town that doesn't look terribly ugly. Actually has some character.
Yeah, it's crazy how you go to the northeast, how that changes like that. It's kind of the same way for Afghanistan.
Right.
I mean, if I had to think of a place to stay between Iraq and Afghanistan, I think I'd go Afghanistan.
Yeah.
The water's so blue and beautiful there.
Okay.
When you get up into the mountains and stuff, there's so much mineral in the water that it really turns it a beautiful blue.
Let's go there. We're going to go there on our romantic honeymoon when we get some money. Right, I'm going to land at the airfield, but surprise, surprise, I can barely see. It's there. All right, super cap, preparing for landing, yo. Right, this one's going to be proper milsim, viewers. I know I've been joking around, but this time.
Oh, right, airfields. Oh, that's fun. I'm 115 miles away. Yeah, you have fun with that landing.
Yeah, you can land in the friggin' desert where you belong, Grump. Friggin' the Baghdad battery. Have fun with your copper wire.
Let's see. I'm gonna find the dam and land on the dam.
Shabba idea. No, that's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Would it work? No, it won't. I'm not gonna do it.
Do it.
Okay. He told me to. He told me to! You can't land upside down, it doesn't work. Bollocks!
I don't even know what's going on.
Nothing. But I've always been like this. If someone tells me to do something, I have to do it, even if it means my certain demise. It's just super.
When someone says I don't want to do it, of course I gotta say do it.
That's right. I
don't even know what it was.
I thought I found a soccer field, but it wasn't a soccer field. It was a meteorite crater. Oh, I'm so sad, viewers.
This thing does not want to stop. Slow down.
You've been off duty for a while, but you're committed now, so land the damn thing. Ladies and gentlemen, landing on, I can't remember, Mosul Dam. Oh, it's doing it. I did it, as Baby would say. I did it. Right, you stick with it, Grump. I don't pay you by the hour.
Yeah!
Right into the semi. Yeah, I said it, the semi. I'm probably demonetized. It was fun. We had laughs, viewers. We had tears. We had hugs. We did whatever the hell we did. Anything else from the boys?
America.